where we are, where you are, where everybody is at this point, you just kind of have to make a decision on what is your priority. And then you have to make a decision that's going to lead you to understand that either your mantle is very important or it's not as important as you thought it was. I mean, we have every level of prophetic education you can imagine. If you've been in ministry, which you clearly have, and you're on that top curve where it sounds like you could potentially use an accelerated course, or you could potentially use one where you can just dig in and have on demand there ready to meet you, we're for you. Because our prophetic affirmation track, which you can simply audit, or you can say, I think I really want to be on this track. I think I really do want, hands laid on me publicly to say I am, a prophet of God publicly out in the open. We get, everybody, they've been through seminary and everything else, but then they get here and then it's like, ooh, the void has been filled. You still want fulfillment. So our sessions, basically we have the emerging prophet or the emerge mentorship. That's typically for people who some are seasoned, they just want a little bit, more whatever. And then there's some who are neophytes and they're like, I just need something weekly, a touch point. And so that's what Prophet Andrea does. And then they come into our monthly group where I do the mentorship. All right. So, and they get the foundation of the College of Prophets, which is probably 21 modules. They get that as a foundation. So just in case they decide at the end of that year, they want to go forward, then they're halfway there. And again, that's for people who really want that touch point from a real person all the time, or like weekly, at least 3 times a month. But that's her doing it probably 2 or 3 times a month, because she holds Q&A on dreams. She's very heavy in dreams, but she's still doing it on behalf of me. Dreams and whatever else she decides. And then you come into the global or the bigger meeting. But then the affirmation track, which used to be called the ordination track, which is, still what it is roughly a 2 to 4 year program. And it's typically at your own pace. However, we let you know what pace you should be on if you want to finish. You should be doing at least 1 module a week. And some people, if you're really a go-getter, you're going to do 4 to 8 on a Saturday, because you're just going to sit there. Because we had some people do that. And then we had people like Prophet Andrea, who just took everything and did it as her devotionals as well. So she just submerged herself in there. All right. So we got that 2 to 4 with that first year, you're getting all that those foundational things that we just talked about, which is School of Prophetic Intercession, the prophetic boot camps 1 through 8, where we talk about our philosophy of the prophetic, and then prophetic A to Z. You also get to intern on our prayer line, our global prayer lines. You get trained by Prophet Renee in that. You get the School of Prophetic Intercession after that, or before you get trained. You're assigned a buddy, and we put you on those lines to see how you do prophetically. That's one of the internships that we have. And then, you get into the deeper levels of the College of Prophets, the School of Prophets, all of those, depending on which track you are. We have one for the seers, one for the just church prophets, and then one for marketplace prophets. Everybody gets kind of the church prophets one, but if you're going into the seer or the marketplace, we try to put a little bit more focus on for that. So you get one mentorship, group mentorship with Prophet Andrea every first Wednesday of the month. And then you also get our basic global meeting mentorship, which is with me, every first Saturday of the month. So what I do, I just try to put everything on the first. I mean, if I got to do anything, it's going to always be on that first week or last week or whatever. So I don't have to try to remember when I have to do stuff, you know, on the global things. But the great thing about that global mentorship meeting is you get to see, you know, prophets and prophetic voices, apostolic voices from all across the globe. And you get to see that you're not the only one. You get to hear and interact and kind of see where you are. Trainings that we do is like rapid fire prophecy, where we'll say, okay, let's talk about what you guys are hearing God say. And you get 60 seconds. So you get to see people, boom, 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 boom. And we try to connect it together. We try to, you know, show you what a global company of prophets is all about. And the question then again is, you know, will you take a leap of faith, or what, you know, like I said, you know, sometimes we see that it's important, or we see it's not as important. Or the last thing is sometimes what I find prophetic voices really want, are a lot of them, if they're not quite secure in who they are, where they're going and all that kind of stuff, sometimes they get a little bit confused and they don't recognize, like you, that that's not a part of your house. So they stay trying to make something happen in a house that it's not going to happen in.
Right.
And we're not saying leave your house. We're saying do this and then take it back to your house.
Right.
Or, you know, if you want to, we do have a couple of different programs where we certify you to be able to take our courses out, or to do them in your area. Like we will certify prophetic intercessors through our School of Prophetic Intercession. So then once you're done, you pass the test, if you want to say do it right there where you are, you could host it in your house, in your school, you could host it at your church, and all you have to do is click play and the modules play on the screen wherever you are. And then you're just the leader of the bunch and the facilitator. And then you can incorporate whatever you want in there. But we're saying, I believe God had us do that so that we could spread his message regarding prophetic intercessors all across the world. And so it has to start with somebody. We've got to say, hey, you've taken this, go ahead and do it. You know, you're a certified GICMP intercessor, and go for it.